Hello, welcome to excuse me, welcome to the Functional Fitness Wednesday class A. Right, I'm going to have to announce this sort of throughout the class, because there are people that join it slightly later, I think. I'm going to have to discontinue this class. So although I've had 3 weeks off, this is going to be the final live Wednesday class. But obviously my videos will still be on YouTube. So if you want to keep the regular Wednesday date, you can choose a class and do it. And it will appear as if it's live. Anyway, the classes are specifically designed for older people. If you are new today, I do apologize, but I mean, as I say, it's I know quite a few people do them not live. But what you will need is a chair, just an ordinary. I'm going to put this down a bit. I nearly said a garden chair, an ordinary kitchen chair, a band. Excuse me a minute. An exercise band, if you have one. If you haven't got one, it doesn't really matter that much. There's only a couple of exercises that we need the band for, and you can do them. You can do the movements without the band, so it's not vital. But if you want to buy one, then that's good. And some tins. I've got tomatoes here, but other vegetables are available. It's just for some of the exercises to progress them a little bit. You don't have to use them. If you find some exercises difficult using the tins, then just leave them out. But they're quite useful. Not too heavy. Most people can use them. The exercises. Excuse me. I'm going to just put this up a bit. The exercises can be done at your own pace, so don't feel you have to really give it really work it. Just do it at your own pace. This is your exercise class. And they should be challenging, but not painful. So the session is in 3 bits. There's a warm-up, the main body of the exercise, and then we do stretching at the end. So I think without further ado, we'll start with the warm-up. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do some walking on the spot. Not sort of heavy marching, just nice and gentle walking. Hardly lifting your feet up. This is just to warm up your muscles and to mobilize your joints, your knees, your ankles. Give a slightly exaggerated movement of your arms to warm up your shoulder joints. And we're going to keep going. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Right. Just going to keep with those shoulder joints a minute. Put your hand on your shoulder and make your arm like a wing. And it sticks out at 180 degrees. And then we're just, imagine there's a pencil sticking out your elbow. And we're going to do 5 big circles backwards with that pencil. 3, 4, 5, and 5 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my shoulder's clicking and clacking. And then this one, backwards. 1, 2. The shoulder doesn't make a noise at all. 3, 4, 5, which is strange, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to do some heel digs. We've got a little routine that I do, and while you're doing the heel digs, anchor your elbows into your waist and do a bicep curl. That's a bicep curl with the opposite arm and leg. Okay, so you're doing heel digs and bicep curls. And this is it's good for your coordination because you've got to make sure that you're doing the opposite arm and leg. And it's good for your ankles and your elbows. We're going to go through the whole, there's going to be 4 exercises in this in all. And we'll do each one individually. And then at the end, we'll put them all together. So you've got to remember the sequence as well. This is really good for the old grey matter. 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to move this chair. And then we're going to just I'm going to put this down a bit. I'm sorry, it's backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Right. we're going to, sorry, spend more time adjusting this than anything else. Right, that's a bit better. So we're going to do a step to the side and have prayer hands. And as your leg goes out, your arms go out, both arms. Try and keep your knee pointing forward. Try not to let it go in like that, as it might want to do. Imagine you've got a headlight on your knee. And you're pushing the air away when you do your arms. Push, push. 3, 2, 1. Next thing we're going to do is just to step back. And at the same time, you're going to have your hands at your chest and you're going to put your hands out. Make sure your leg goes back. You're stepping back and not forward. I've seen people do it this way, but it's back. And splay your fingers. So when your fingers go out, splay them. Fist as it goes back in, out, so that your hands get a bit of a workout as well. Again, don't forget the headlights on your knees. This is one where there's a tendency for the knee to drift in. My right knee is wanting to go in more than my left for some reason. It means the muscles here are weak if your knees are drifting in. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and the last one is just a toe tap, and you're just swinging your arms. A nice swing of the arms. Oops, I'm falling over here. 3, 2, 1. Right, now we're going to put all those together. So we're going to start off with a heel dig to the side. Those of you that have been with me for a long time, the old timers, will know this backwards by now. But if you're new and you're finding it a bit difficult, just keep at it. It will come. Heel dig, side, back, and then toe tap. Heel dig, and then side, back, and a toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, 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 toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Whew. Did you see what I did then? I got faster and faster, and I didn't warn you, did I? So that's a bit mean of me. Right, I'm just going to put this up again a bit. Right, so first exercise, that's the warm-up. I hope you're suitably warmed up. First exercise involves the chair, and this is a good exercise if you want to strengthen your thigh muscles, but are not up to squatting, that they're not sufficiently strong for you to squat. Because if you try squatting, you're doing really bad technique. It doesn't benefit you at all. So to get your thighs strong, you can use this one. I'm going to go sideways so as you can see what I'm doing. So you're sitting towards the front of the chair, sitting up nice and straight. You can always just touch your hands above your head to check that your back is nice and straight. Your knees are at 90 degrees, your ankles are under your knees. And all you're going to do is just lift your lower leg until your leg is straight. And it's this bit that's taking the strain, toe pulled back. You're not trying to make it parallel to the floor. Because if you do that, you're going to have to lift your thigh up. You're just straightening it. And then it goes down, nice and slow. So we're going to start now. That's 1. Just if you push that muscle, you can feel it's under strain. 2, 3. This is good for your core as well, actually. 4, because sitting up and doing that, I've just realised your core is working. 5. Don't kick your leg up. 6, just lift and then place down. 7, 8. It's good for your core, this. 9. My leg is tired, it's starting to shake a bit. 10. And then we're going to do it with the other side, or the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We are going to do a squat, but we're going to do it later on. We're going to do the arms just to give your thighs a bit of a rest. Right, so we're going to do boxing. So we're going to have feet hip width apart, knees nice and soft and bent, hands here, and we're just going to go punching. You punch straight out like that. Okay? And we're going to do it in bouts of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds and then have a bit of a rest and do it again for 30 seconds. So if you adopt the stance, get your hands in here. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Turn side on so you can see I'm going straight out. You're not going up in the air or down, you're just punching straight forward. We've got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop. How was that? Ooh, quite tiring. I haven't done this for 3 weeks, that's why. Ooh. Right, just give your arms a bit of a wobble. And then we're going to start again in another 5 seconds. Adopt the position. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Keep those knees nice and soft. Make sure you're punching straight ahead. You're not going up or down. Halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Ooh, that was quite tiring, that. Right, now we are going to do a squat. Now remember, a squat is sitting without the chair. When you sit down, you stick your bottom right out like that, don't you? Your bottom searches for the chair. And that's what a squat is. It's sitting down and looking for the chair. It's this that works. Some people go down and then they do that and they feel that that's squatting, but that's not. Your torso shouldn't actually move at all. And your knees don't come in. You've got to make sure you turn your feet out slightly. Make sure your knees don't come in. Now, you don't have to go right down in a squat like that. You can go down just until your thighs and your glutes have to take the strain. If you're a bit worried about your balance, use a chair. Hold on to it and just go down. You don't have to go down very far. Don't hang on to the chair, but you've got to make sure that you're still looking ahead. You're still looking ahead, eyes in your chest, looking forward. And it's your bottom that's back. That's the bit. It's your bottom that goes right back. Your knees should never go over your toes. You're always back. Your weight is on your heels. So, actually, I don't know if any of you, this is a bit of a digress, well, sort of. I don't know if any of you listened to Michael Mosley's broadcast this morning at 9:30. You know, he does this just one thing. And today it was about beetroot, which is really interesting because it was talking about endurance exercise and the benefits of eating beetroot. But next week, he's going to be talking about squats and how doing them really slowly is better for you. So that's what I'm always saying when I have private clients and I can see what they're doing. And they're doing, say, bicep curls. I'm always saying, do it slowly. You see people doing this. You should do it really slowly. Okay? Just thought I'd put that in. But I haven't forgotten that we're going to do a squat. So we're going to do 12 squats. I only did 10 of the knee extensions, didn't I? I should have done 12. Never mind. Yes, so I'm going to do 6 sideways and 6 front ways, so as you can see the different positions. So whether you're doing this one or holding onto the chair, just do what you can, but maintain good technique. That's all important. Right, so down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bottom right out, 6, still looking forward, 7. I mean, there's an inevitability that your torso does go forward a bit. 8, 9, 10. Make sure it's just your hips that are moving. 11, 12. When I say it's just your hips that are moving, obviously your knees move as well, but you're not consciously. You can move your knees if you want, like that. My knees are moving. But consciously, when you do this, it's only your hips that move. The rest just follow because that's the way we're hinged or unhinged. Oh, deep joy. Side bend now. Side bend. Right, this is great for your core. That's why I've never dropped it from the class. So, feet at least hip width apart, and you're going just down to one side. If you want to put your hand above your head, keep your arms straight so that these muscles are working. It's not just inert. I'm going to do 12 on one side and 12 on the other. So you're ready. I'm going to go down. Oh. And then up. 1, 2. Don't lean to the front or the back, just to the side. 3. You can get your hand to your knee. Great. If you can't, it doesn't matter. Do what you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nearly stopped at 10 there, could you tell by the tone of my voice? Right, now there are more people with us. Don't forget, this is the last class. I'm discontinuing the live sessions. I feel as if I'm breaking up with someone. I feel really nervous about saying this. It's not you, it's me. But yes, I'm no longer able to do the live classes on a Wednesday morning. So I'm having to discontinue them, and this will be the last one. But they're all recorded, they're all on YouTube, and I know people say they like to do them live, but honestly, if you put one on 11 o'clock on a Wednesday, you won't know the difference. Right, we're going to do 3 lots of exercises. Now, I'm going to hold tins of tomatoes for this. You can do them with or without the tins. It's entirely up to you. And the first one we're going to do is just one arm goes up to your ear and the other one comes back, and then we don't sort of swing and let momentum and gravity do it. You're actually lifting and placing down. And we're going to do 12. And I usually get the counting wrong. So go. It's really important, 1, to have flexible shoulder joints. 2, and strong back and arms. 3, particularly as we get older. 4, if we don't use our muscles, they waste. 5, 6. So even though you won't be doing this with me on a Wednesday, 7, or you might, I urge you to keep up the classes. 8, you can always contact me on my Facebook page. 9, and I'm quite happy to answer questions. 10, or send you little videos if you're 11, not sure of how to do something. 12. Next one we're going to do is we're standing with the tins against your thigh. You're going to turn your hand so that your palms are facing outwards. I'm going to go down on my knees to show you this. You don't need to go on your knees. I'm doing this so you can see all my arms. Turn, bring your arm up slowly, touch the tins together, turn them again so the palm is outwards, ready for the downward bit. Okay? Again, don't use momentum and gravity. So we're going to go turn, touch, nice and slow and controlled. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's important to have, like I say, flexible shoulders. 5, it's important for balance and just generally your well-being and ease of life. 6, so many things are difficult if your shoulder joints, 7, are really stiff and you can't use your arms properly. 8, the trouble is you may not notice them stiffening until it's too late, until you need them. 9, but you can still free them with exercise. 10, the main thing to do is never to force anything. If they don't go right up as far as that, let them go as far as they are able. Never force anything. 12. Right, good stuff. Right, the last one, the last arm exercise, is your arms are at 90 degrees, feet hip width apart, always feet hip width apart, unless I tell you otherwise, but I don't think I ever will. And then we're just going to touch the elbows together. 1. As usual, if you can't get them together, just let them go as far as they can. 3, 4. This one's a bit more difficult with the tins. 5, so you may want to do this one without the tins. 6, 7, but if an exercise is difficult, 8, 9. It's a sign you should do it more, not stop doing it. 10, 11, 12. Good stuff. Right, so give your arms a bit of a wiggle. Right, the next one we're going to do is the balance one, where we're walking. So you're starting with the right foot and you're going to take 3 steps and then lift the left. And then, if you can, if you're happy walking backwards, use the raised leg and go back to 3, and then the right leg comes up. If you can't, if you're not happy to walk backwards, then when it comes to this bit, just turn round, but start on the left leg. 1, 2, 3, and then the same thing again, just turn round. So we're going to do 6 that way, and we're going to do 6 that way, because it's quite difficult. Okay, so ready. Right leg, starting off on your right leg. 1, 2, 3, up. Don't know why I'm at the side of the screen. 1, 2, 3, up. I'll do it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, up. And then back. Woo! This is the third one, I think. So is that 3 or 4? We'll call it 3. Up. 1, 2. That's 4. Oh, we're cooking with gas now. This is 5. One more going backwards and forwards. That's 6, right. I'm going to go across this time so I've got room to go. So we're going sideways. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3. 1, that's 1. 2. Woo. 3. 4. No. That's the 5th one. One more. 6. Brilliant. Did you manage all those without too much wobbling? I was a bit wobbly, wasn't I? Right. The next 2 exercises we're going to need the bands for. If you don't have a band, just do the arm movements. Both of them are arm exercises, so just do the arm movements. So the first one we're going to do is a bicep curl. So you want your band, you want to stand on your band to anchor it to the floor. I'm going to go back a bit so you can see the top of my head, although I don't know why you need to see the top of my head. And you're going to anchor your elbow into your waist and then hold the band with sufficient tension so that you're actually having to consciously hold when your forearm is at 45 degrees. If you relaxed, it would fling down there. So you want enough tension that it's challenging, but not impossible. And it's only your forearm that moves. This bit doesn't come away. That stays, and it's just that bit that moves. If you're doing it without the band, clench your fist and just do it really slowly. But if you've got the band, that's good as well. So, and all you're doing is closing your elbow, as it were. 1, 2, there's no lifting involved. 3, just like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you could do this with the cans, of course, with the tins. 11, 12. Yeah, if you're doing it with the tins, it's the same principle. Just anchor your elbow and you're just doing that. And then the other side, I'm doing it with the band because you can, with the band's more versatile because you can vary the tension, and so therefore you can make it easier or more difficult as you choose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's getting quite tough now. 11, 12. That's good. I said the next two exercises, actually, that I've split them there. They've got an exercise in between. So we're going to rock the boat. This is the one where you lift one leg up with your toe pointing forward. You don't turn your leg. It's just up like that, and then you bring it back on the other one. Now remember, don't use momentum. You lift and you place down. Okay? And we're going to do 12. Just hold on to here for balance. You don't need to hang on to it. So 1, 2, 3. Try and keep your torso as upright as possible. 4. Was I doing 1, 2, 3? Sorry, we're going to start again. So I really cocked that up. Right, start again. So that's 1. It's because I was talking. 2. Don't move your torso too much. 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 11, 12. Whew. I can really feel that there. Really feel it there, which is really good for, it's good for strengthening the muscles around your knees, believe it or not. Right, I'm going to let you sit down now because I'm just very nice. You're going to need your band. You can't do this one with the tins. So sit right at the front of your chair, feet out in front, toes pulled back, and you're going to loop the band over your feet and then walk your hands down the band so that you've got quite a bit of tension. And then you're going to sit up straight. You're going to hold, I'm going to move this now, hold the band as if you would a dog's lead. I'm doing it this way now so as you can see what my arms are doing. And all you're doing, sitting up nice and straight, and the only thing you move is your arms. Just pulling back like that. Try and squeeze your shoulder blades together and then relax. Now again, don't let gravity pull your arms forward. So just your arms, don't rock. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done. Right, we're going to do another 12 squats. So whether you're using the chair or doing free squats. It's up to you. So feet hip width apart, turn your knees out, turn your feet out slightly if you want. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you want, when you're doing it, 7. Dig your fingers into your thighs and feel how much strain they're taking. 8, 9, 10. Your thighs you should feel this on your thighs. 11, 12. Whew. Right. Take a little minute or so, or 30 seconds, just to get your legs sort of back to normal. Just do some arms, just to distract from your legs. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to end with high intensity. Now, remember, this is 3 bouts of 20 seconds of high intensity. It's called HIIT. I'm sure you've heard of it, high intensity interval training. And the exercise you do is tiny, tiny little steps. Tiny, tiny little steps. Your feet hardly leaving the floor, but as fast as you can. Your arms go as well, but don't try and make your arms do the same speed as your legs, because that's ridiculous. So you're going to do that for 20 seconds. Rest for 40 seconds. I'm going to do that 3 times. So if you feel any pain when you're doing it in your chest, or you have terrible breathing difficulties, not normal puffing and panting, if you've got any worries about doing it, then don't do it. If you've got anything happens when you're doing it, sit down immediately, or stop immediately at least. Okay, so we're going to go in 5 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, off you go. Obviously, I'm not doing it, because I need to keep an eye on the time. So we're at 17, 18, 19, 20, and stop. Fabulous. Yes, as I was saying before, because this is the last class ever, oh, never say never, eh? You can, there's how to get me on the comments below. There's a link to my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page. There's lots of information there about fitness. I'll be pushing up videos, although I won't be doing anything live. So keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Plus, if you want to contact me, my Facebook page is the best way. We're going again in 3, 2, 1, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20, and stop. Yes, so if you want to get in contact with me, either to ask any questions, make any comments, then do please, because I'm always happy to give people advice or information, or, you know, if you think, oh, am I getting this technique quite right, you can send me a video and I'll critique it for you, and I'll send you one back and things. So this is au revoir. It's not a goodbye. But yes, do keep in touch through Facebook and things. And you can even leave comments on YouTube as well. Right, we're approaching the countdown for the last 1, 3, 2, 1, and off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. How did that feel? As I'm always saying, it's not how a measure of how fit you are is how quickly you recover, not how puffed you get or how little puffed you get. It's how quickly you recover. So I'll just let you recover for a few more seconds for about another 20 seconds, and then we'll go into the stretches. So you need your chair for stretching. Oh, okay. And the first one we're going to do is the calf stretch as usual. Start at the feet and work our way up. So front leg bent, back leg straight, both heels on the ground, both feet pointing in the same direction. Just have a little look to check that both feet are pointing in the same direction. Lean forward. The more you lean, the greater the stretch you can feel. And then very gently bend your back knee. Now your heel will come off the ground. Put a little weight on that leg, and you should feel the stretch moving down into your lower calf and your Achilles. This is quite a good stretch if you've got plantar fasciitis. And if you don't know what that is, then that's good. It means you haven't had it. And then switch. Again, just check your feet are pointing in the same direction. It doesn't matter how practiced you are, or how fit you are, or how good you are. Sometimes your feet just don't point in the right direction. You've got to, I always check mine. Because sometimes you think your limbs or your feet or hands are doing something, and then you find that they're not. That's why exercising in a full-length mirror is useful. That's why dancers use mirrors, I assume. And then bend your back knee, same thing. Okay, right. We're going to do the calf, the thighs now. I'm not going to bother with this one actually. We'll just do this one. Just put your hands behind your back, and then just try and kick your hands with your heels. If you can't reach your hands, it doesn't matter. It's just the act of doing this lengthens those thigh muscles. And it also has the added advantage of strengthening your hamstrings, because your hamstrings are doing the lifting of your lower leg as it stretches the thigh. Three, two, one. Good one. Now, talking about hamstrings, we're going to stretch them. So, sitting on the chair, sit right forward on the chair as far as you can without it falling over. Knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees, sitting up nice and straight. You can just do this. You are straight. One leg out, toe pulled back, and then you're going to lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Imagine you've got you're not sort of collapsing down. Imagine you've got two eyes on your chest, and you're just going to look forward at something. You just think, oh, that's interesting. I need a closer look. And so you're going forward rather than down. Try and keep your toe pulled back. I mean, if you can reach your toe, you can pull it back. If not, just put your hands wherever you can. You can put them on your thighs, your knees, your shin. It just depends where you feel challenged but not painful. And then we're going to sit up straight, there, and forward again, from the hips, not from the waist. And up we go. Last leg one is to try and stretch the hip flexors. These muscles here, they're only small and they're sort of difficult to get at, but I think it's important to be able to stretch your leg out behind you. Now, you're sitting sideways but at the front of the chair so that it doesn't get in the way if you're doing this. And your torso is nice and straight and your leg is back. As far as you can do it, you may be able to do it further than me, or you may be able to do it less far. But it's what your body can do. And then we're going to swap. And just turn around in the chair, other leg. And then standing up, arms at shoulder height, palms facing forward. And we're going to go round the tree, so it's like that, not like that, so it's that way, at shoulder height, and then dip your head. So you're going to stretch across where your shoulder blades are, but also dipping your head stretches the muscle of your back, your erector spinae, that goes up either side of your backbone. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, try and just put your hands on your back. Ooh, postman dog's going to come rushing down. And try and get your elbows together. Obviously, you won't be able to get your elbows together, but just try. Oh, it didn't come. If you're interlinking your fingers, just lift your arms like that, just to get that stretch across your chest. Okay. And finally, sitting down, just look at the floor. Put your hand on your crown. Don't push. Just let the weight of your hand push your head down. Don't actively push. And then look up. And then turn your head to the left as far as it will go. Just note where it is. And then put your right hand on the right hand side of your face. Try and turn your head to the center, but resist with your hand so that you create tension in your neck. And then release that tension, and you should be able to turn your head just slightly more to the left. Just hold it there for a couple of seconds. And then bring your head back to the center. And you're going to repeat on the other side. I've got stiffness in my neck turning to the right. It's quite debilitating. So head to the right, left hand against the left hand side of your face. Try and turn back to the center. I'm going to really try and give this one a good go for my neck. And then relax and see if you can turn it a bit more. And then bring it back to the center. And that's it. Thank you very much for attending all these years, 2 years. A bit of an end of an era now, isn't it? But stay in touch and do keep looking at my YouTube channels and keep subscribe if you haven't already, because then you'll get notifications when I post up something new. Okay, bye.